Good morning, kids and pre-twinkle parents. I just wanted to make a little video for you guys. Now, being at home, used to I could tune it once a week so it wouldn't get super bad, but now I can't. You can't. So I want to explain to you a little bit of a few concepts about keeping a violin in tune. Now, have you ever heard the term fiddle around with it or don't fiddle with it? Well, that's the secret of being a good fiddle player. Because if you ever watch like a bluegrass player on stage, he's always playing with his keys, always fiddling with it. He's trying to get that sweet sound. Now the trick to being in tune is to make sure you're rested. And the other thing is to don't oversaturate yourself. So if there's a lot of noise in the room, some people are sensitive and they can't adjust their pitch, because the violin is considered one of the most honest instruments. Some people say you can't lie on a violin. That means you have to tell the truth, because just like in yoga, when they make you do those chantings, the beginning yoga class, your voice wobbles a little bit, and at the end it sounds like a bell. Well, the violin is the same way. If you're in a certain mood, you can really hear it, unlike other instruments which are digital. And what I mean by digital, they have frets. So no matter where you put, if you have frets on your violin or your guitar or ukulele, you put your finger here, this fret in front of the finger is going to make it in tune. All right. So first of all, there's two types of tunings. There is a coarse tuning and a fine tuning. Okay. So when you adjust these pegs, that's called the coarse tuning. And some classical violinists have this belief that the weight of this fine tuner bridge is not cool. They also have really nice violins, and they also have really good ears, so they can get it in tune and quicker because they're professional. But life is short, so we should have fun. So it should be fast and entertaining. So there is a tuner called Pano Tuner, which you can download. What's cool about that is it's got lights, and you can tell if you're too sharp or too flat. Now, sharp means you're too high. That means the string is too tight. And flat means the string is too loose. So when you're at home, before you start tuning your kid's violin, you want to have all of these fine tuners in the middle, the Goldilocks zone. You don't want this tuner to be too high or too low. You want it right in the middle. Now, the reason for that is once you get these in tune, you don't want to adjust them again. You want to adjust it down here. So if you get it as close as you can in tune down here with the coarse tuners, you might not have to mess with it for a couple of weeks. But every day you pick up the violin, you should try to make sure it's in tune. Now, if you try to make it in tune for your kid, a couple things will happen. One is you'll like it more. The other one is your kid's going to have a sense of consistency. And consistency makes us all better. Structure. If it's a random thing, he's more likely to start just picking it up and pretending like he's playing, and he thinks he's practicing where it's not really, because he's just remembering what it looks like to play it. And that's not a bad thing, but you don't want to do it all the time. So with your Pano tuner, you're going to make sure that there's no other noise in the room, because it's got a mic. Now, Pano you can download on your cell phone. P-A-N-O. If you just look at that, and it's going to look like this. Okay, that's upside down. Okay, so now I haven't tuned this morning because I just thought I'd tell you about tuning. Now, see, that's a little bit flat. It's upside down again, isn't it? All right, and it's also backwards. So your kids should know the 4 strings from the song. E, A, D, G. So you typically want to tune the lowest string first, but not always. But just for now, if it's way out, get the lowest one in tune. Get it in tune with your tuner. Then get this one in tune with your tuner. This one and this one. And after you've done all 4 of these down here, you're going to come down here and do it again. Now the reason you have to do it again is because look, this is on a bridge. So there's tension on this side of the string and there's tension on this side of the string. And this whole thing goes this way or this way. So when you adjust one string, you're adjusting all of them. Okay, so there's a Goldilocks zone. You got to go back and do it again. So maybe after you get it in tune the first time, you want to go back and do this a second time. Okay? Take a break, come back, whatever. But you got, what else you got to do? All right. So after you've got that in tune, then you come down and you do this again. Okay. So just wanted to make sure you understood that. Now the kids all drew pictures of Bowie. He's the space alien from planet Violina or something like that. But it talks about elbow height. Okay. Now I'm going to hopefully be able to figure out how to post a picture of Bowie so you can see him. And you probably had pictures at home. So the E string, his elbow is green down here. And this is the highest string. All right. Now the lowest string, your elbow is way up here. See the difference? And there's a little song. We flap our wings to change our strings to go from low to high. Low to high. Now you could see if they could sing it. We flap our wings to change our strings to go from low to high. Low, high. So they should be familiar with adjusting their elbow height to do it. And I'm going to send you a link. It's called Flapping Around. It goes right along with the song. And I'm going to draw a picture of the different notes, what they look like. And it's one of these things where if after you get your violin in tune for the kids, they can follow it just like a video game. So I hope you guys will take time to try that. Once again, here is some of the other songs that they're supposed to do. This is Mousy Mousy. And the hardest concept of this is that you're going to go down on one string and up on the other. So it starts off really simple. It's just down, up. Then you change strings, down, up. All right. Now here's the tricky part. Here you go down on the A string, up on the E. All right. So here's this part again. So it's mousy, mousy, soft and tall. Now, some of you parents are familiar with this word called an inversion. So the bowing pattern starts down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now, part of being a musician is to practice to be, you practice your weaknesses. You don't focus on your strengths because then you turn out to be a poser. So we did that, down, up, down, up. So now we're going to do the opposite. So instead of down, up, we're going to go up, down. Now, there's little stickers on their bow if they lose the concept of a bow direction. So that's why they're on there. So this time we're going to do the opposite. So it's going to be up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So see how it's the opposite? So once again, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That's that one. And in the monkey flower, this is where they can do this one. They would normally graduate. So they don't, that's why it's called pre-twinkle. So there's 3 stickers, okay, on their violin. And as a parent, I want you to be aware that these 2 fingers are touching each other. See how close they are together? And this one's all by itself. Now some of you people that are musical, I got a friend coming up here. Okay, so my phone just ran out of memory, so I had to go and delete a bunch of stuff. So I wanted to get back a little bit about the downstroke. So most kids have 3 stickers, okay? Now, ideally, where you should put your bow is wherever it feels natural, where you're hugging this. But you start with the middle sticker and you pull it to that direction. Some of the stickers might need adjusting. I just wanted to say that. Now, we were talking about the 3 stickers for the monkey flower. Now the monkey flower is only played on this string, okay? So just remember, before I got your kid, most of them didn't know their left from their right. But now they know about pointer, tall man, and ring man. So these 3 fingers, 1, 2, and 3, they come down on these 3 stickers. And I was going to say again that you got these 2 fingers that are touching together. Okay, so this guy is lone wolf. All right, he's the leader. He likes to be by himself to make sure he can check around. And these 2 are friends. Okay, so that's so cool that just on one string your kid can have a concept of the value of being alone, so you can be a leader and a protector, so you can be aware of what's going around them. And also these 2, how important friendships are. But that's the half step sound, okay? So once they get that in their head, it'll become more intuitive. Now, unlike math problems, music changes from day to day on how much your mood and your rest. So just because you're able to do it one time doesn't mean you've got it down forever. So practice should be as fun as possible, all right? But you should also try to have a little bit of structure and repetition. Kindergartens love repetition. So the monkey flower is just this rhythm. It's the same rhythm, monkey flower. Let me think. So it's just four notes, down, up, down, up. So you're going to go down, up, down, up. Then they're going to lift ring man up, okay? Now they're going to lift up tall man. Now there's no fingers. And then you go back. All right? So I hope I inspired you guys to practice. And like I said, I'm going to put a link to a video game after it's in tune that they could play. Maybe I could just play it, and I'll play it while I'm online here. I'm going to see if I can turn my camera around so it's not backwards. I can't do that. Alright, so I'm going to stop it. So here it goes. G, D, G, D, A, G. One, two. Now rest. One, two. Go again. All right. So here. Now I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to see if I can show you. So the lowest one would be like this. So here I'm okay. So can you see me? So it's going to be downstroke on G, up on A or D. One, two, three, four, and then you rest for 4 counts. 1, 2, and then it starts over. So it's G, D, G, D, A, D, A, D, G, D, G, D, A, D, G, G. Now, I'm going to hopefully draw a picture, give you a picture with Bowie, and you can go from there. All right. Thank you.